Hi, everybody. We're going to start on knees today, and small equipment will be one weight. So just keep that handy. We'll come to it in a bit. So coming up onto the knees, arms are going to go out to the sides. And I ask that you just start with a simple rocking. Notice that I am picking up that back foot. So I want you to also bring yourself to standing if this isn't a great fit for your knees. Okay. You can also double up a mat. Woo! Start taking it just a tiny bit further. Good. We have a couple people popping on live still. That's great. Hello to you. All right, coming on to both. I want you to pick one leg up. Don't worry, I'll give you a modification if you need it here in a second. And then step forward. Take that foot up, step back. If you're in a standing position, just take one leg off the floor, take a big step forward and add a little lunge. And then coming back. Step forward and back. For both of these options, I want you to actually tune into what's happening in your trunk. So as you take a leg out to the side, whether you're kneeling or standing, right, we start waking up our obliques. And because we're going on one leg, we're working that hip. So we're getting into our balancing muscles. Do one more each side. And I'm already warm. The last one here on this side. And coming in. Let's drop our hips to whatever side we prefer. You know, I just went to my favorite first. I have this leg out in front of me. So I have the pleasure of seeing some of you in person on Saturday. Outdoors, we did this series. It's a real favorite. We haven't done it here for a little while. This hand's going to head to the mat. All right, so take this free arm, circle it around in front of you, and I want you to reach like you're trying to grab something. And then you're going to reach way over to the side. And then you're going to reach behind you. And when you reach behind you, press your hips forward to me. And then as your arm comes around, the hips come down. And you're going to reach forward again. And to the side. Press those hips up as your arm comes around. And then down. One more scoop. Get up there as far as you can. Reach, 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 reach. Hips forward. Stay here for the stretch. Opening that chest upward. Pressing those hips forward, feeling that stretch all the way through the front of that top thigh. And then come around the circle and hips will lower down. Let's swing our legs to the other side. All right, here we go. So take that arm forward, reach. And if you notice the hip you're sitting on might be a little tighter on this side since you didn't choose it first. And then around, reach, 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 reach. From here, we press the hips up and keep going around. Hips come down, reach out in front of you. And then around, hips go up, chest opens to the sky. And arm comes around. Forward, reach, 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 really get into that hip. And then around, hips go up. And stay for the stretch, keep pressing the hips forward. Taking some breaths here. And letting the arm come down. Wonderful. Take those legs out in front of you. You're welcome to stay bent in your knees if you need to this morning. All right, we're going to press the gas pedal, then the brake. The gas and the brake. We're doing our best to keep our legs relatively straight so that we're articulating through the ankle. If you chose to bend, that's fine. But then again, just kind of think of keeping the knees steady. So you want to look for the biggest amount of movement through the ankle. Go ahead and circle around. And the other way. And then when your legs go in front of you, I want you to turn your pinky toes away, like they're going to reach away and tap each other. You can think of it as kind of like a bowl. And then turn so that the bottoms of your feet are facing the sides of the room. So turn to let the bottoms of the feet face each other and rotate to try to let them face the sides of the room. Mine obviously don't look like they're moving that far, do they? And scoop feet toward each other and away and toward one another and away. Two more. Toward each other and away. Last one, toward each other and away. And some of you will already flap those feet, feel your shin muscles in front of the ankle getting nice and warm. Especially you, Renee, when recovering from wearing that boot for so long, right? The top of that ankle is a little out of shape. All right, go ahead and bend those knees for me. You're gonna hold behind. Great. Take your right leg up. Take your left leg up. Can you take your arms up? And then hold on to those legs again and help yourself sit up taller. Arms up. Hold on. Feel yourself sit up a little taller. Arms up. And feel yourself sit up a little taller. Now the arms are going to change. They're going to go up. And I want you to reach them over to your right side. Straightening your legs out. I just rolled onto my hip a touch. And then back we come, hold on, sit tall. Good, arms go up. Then they go to the other side. Roll a bit to that hip, reach those legs out to me. And then bend them, get nice and tall. I'm really holding strongly to my legs here. And then to the other side, reach. And now back up. We'll just speed it up. Reach. Back up. Reach. Back up. Reach. And back up. One more each way. Reach. Back up. Last one. Reach. And back up. Set those feet down and let them glide away. Take your hands behind you to the floor. Just widen a little bit, and we're just going to shake those thighs out. So your goal here is to let your thigh feel like loose skin on the bone. Nice release after getting to those hip flexors. And then slide those legs in. Notice how I'm staying a little wide here. All right, from this position, we're going to press into our heels, lift our buns up. Now, feel free to move forward if you want your hands on your mat, okay? Mine are just behind me on my floor. I feel okay about that, but you can always change that. Two more. Open that chest, everybody. Chest to the sky. Last one. And lower and down. So I'm going to do just as I said. I'm going to scoot forward here. Get my hands on a little more cushion. All right, a little wide here. We're going to go right where we just did, except for we're going to take one arm up to the sky with us. So some of you might decide, well, I'm going to lift my hips up and then try to lift my arm. You certainly can. Don't be intimidated by it. So we could go lift, reach, hand back down, buns down. You could also just go right up if that's a possibility, and then buns down. But either way, we're going to alternate sides. And yes, the hips are lifting, but I really want you to reach your chest and your eye gaze far to that back corner so that you're really feeling the twist. One more each way. Last one. And coming down. Wonderful job. Take those hands, pick up the elbows, but soften the shoulders, and just rock those hands forward and back. Keep them facing forward. Reach them out. Peel those hands open. Stretching wide. Make your fists. Turn your palms back. Bring the backs of your hands together and open those fingers towards your chest. They come and around. We're right back to where we started. One more. Fingertips forward. Reach. Fingers open, arms open. Make your fists. Turn the palms back. Bring the backs of the hands together. Open the fingers and around and through. Lovely. All right, let's go into a backside position. So you're going to roll right over. Oh, I think that'll work just fine. Okay. Whew, I'm sweating. Wonder how you people are doing there outside. Looks like some celebration. They're hanging in there. All right, so I'm going to ask that you put the weight you have in your right hand, but both arms are up. So I kind of treat it like I'm holding onto a dowel. I want them to seem even there. All right, so from this position now, I'm going to take my legs to tabletop, but I'd like you to do that very mindfully. So I don't just swing them up there. So let's take a breath in. And as we exhale, we're going to draw one leg up, connecting my abs to my leg. On the next exhale, connecting my abs to my leg. All right, first up, let the ball extend behind you. Let the opposite leg reach away. And bring them back in. And we repeat. Opposite arm and leg. That other hand and knee, just stay right there. Three, two, and one. Now the ball is going to go in the right hand, out to the right. The left leg goes out straight. Woo! Gonna change it a little bit. 4, 3, 2, last one. Coming in and lower everything down. Push into your feet. Lift your hips up. So feel a nice stretch through the front of the legs. That should feel pretty available due to what we've done before this. Bringing that spine back to meet the mat. Lovely. Okay, the weight's going into the left hand. Both arms are up. Let's make getting into tabletop some work. Exhale, lift one leg. Exhale, lift the other. Here we go, opposites. Reach. And reach. And reach. And reach. Now the arm's going to the side. Opposite leg still goes the same way. Woo! Feel that a little bit more on the sides. 4, 3, 2, last one, and lower the legs down, and lower the arms down. Sometimes what you'll feel in those, as one arm goes out, you'll notice one time, one side, this arm just stays. It's a very much of a non-issue. And then you'll notice on the other side, this arm wants to keep moving out to try to counterbalance you. Both arms are going to take that ball up over your chest. All right, so the arms are going to extend back as you are able. And then bring them over the chest. Just go one more. Opening, bring those arms back, open that chest. And exhale, bring them up. Excellent, left leg to tabletop. The right leg is going to float out there. We're going to tap the knee, reach behind. Notice I put my foot down. It's a nice modification. And then come up, tap, reach behind. Tap, reach behind. Now, if you don't take the modification, it's tap, straight legs. Tap, straight legs. So you can pick and choose. Maybe you do a combination. Sometimes I like doing 2 of one and then 2 of the other. We're doing 4 more total, so you pick. I'm going to do 2 and 2 again. And last 2. Last 1. And lower everything down. You're going to take the ball with you. As you roll to the side, I'm assuming you'll want to face me. And we're going to go right onto our side here. So I'm just going to keep the weight underneath this hand. Legs are long. Can't see my feet, but we're going to just lift that leg up and down. Up and down. Feels like a breeze at the moment. Up and down. Can you now hover the bottom leg? So the bottom leg is hovered, top leg is leaving it and coming back to it. Leaving it, coming back to it. 2 more. Last one. Now take the weight. Now, first, can I mention this hand is straight out. And the reason we're doing that is because we're going to try to work on our balance. So straight out, wrist is low here. All you're going to do is roll over. And then take that weight to the ceiling. Now, if your body feels like mine, I'm already going blah, 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 blah. So my legs are not touching. I've lifted both of my legs. I'm elevating the legs. You're going to really start to feel how your lower inner thigh plays a big role to keep that bottom leg lifted. Now, just staying right here, I want you to start making circles up above with your weight and just feel everything in your trunk try to keep you from rolling forward or backward. Keep those legs lifted, no resting the legs. Go the other way. Woo, keep reaching through the toes. 1 more. That circle got too big for me. And back to the center. Awesome. Now, can you take the top leg up and down? I'm guessing you're using this karate chop hand. I am. Keep that bottom leg elevated off of the mat. 2 more. Last one. Hold up there. Hold. Now tap and reach. Tap and reach. My preference is that your bottom leg is not touching. Tap and reach. 2 more. Tap and reach. Tap and reach. Woo! Go ahead and bend that knee forward, letting that hip get a nice little stretch. Nice work. Love that for playing with all those quick twitch muscles in your trunk. Your body's adjusting faster than your brain is like, engage that, right? You're putting it under that really fast response. Lovely. Okay, so let's just roll right onto our backs. We're going to do the other side for the abdominals, and then we'll get rolling to our other side. Alrighty. Both hands have the ball. And now this time it's the right leg in tabletop, and your left leg is hovered and straight. All right, arms go back. We tap and lower. And this is with control. I don't want to see the back moving all over. And then remember, you can go tap, legs both go straight, tap, and then do a combo if you'd like. So I'm going to do that again on this side where I do down for 2, and then I'm going to stretch out for 2. Do what works best for you. We've got 4 to go. 2 to go. And then everything comes in. I'd like to be able to see you, so I'm going to roll my way over to the other side. You're welcome to do the same. All right, so we're getting nice and long first. This arm is straight again, but we're keeping this hand down just to get started. Top leg up and down. How many of you who are currently live doing this through thumbs up are feeling nice and warm? Okay, good. Just like to know I'm not alone. Must be the mugginess coming through our walls. Keep that top leg lifted. Make sure that bottom one is up there, and let's finish this up. Then we'll add that upper body. Wonderful. 3. Keep that bottom leg elevated. and 1. All right. Let's take the arm up overhead. Ooh, that bottom arm is straight. Elevate both legs. Oh boy, I think you're gonna see me roll over on this one. Okay, legs are elevated. Start with your small circles. Oh, my body's having to work a little harder. As many of you know, my left side is always just a bit more hesitant to get going. Go the other way. If you don't feel like you're right on the edge here, make your circle bigger, please. Woo, 2 more. Last one. Keep that lifted. Legs are elevated, top leg. Wow, up and down. Thought for sure I was going backwards on that first one. The talking does not put me at an advantage. Last 3, 2, 1. Keep it up there, keep it up there. And then lowering down. Bend that knee, give yourself a little stretch. Yep, I felt that. Yep, I did. Yep, I did. Okay, wait. Let's just set it aside for now. And then we are going to roll over onto knees and forearms. Tuck in my top here so it stays put. All right. So here we are, forearms. And I'm trying to be aware of where I'm coming to those arms. So I don't want to feel like I'm way back here, in other words, right? So I'm trying to find a 90 degree in my underarm. Excellent. Okay. Press those hands together for me. Body is long. I'm thinking of my forehead kind of moving toward my thumbs so that I don't have my head cocked up like so. All right, here we go. You sense my hesitation. It's because I know how hard it is. Okay, so we're bending the left knee, taking that leg up, and slide it back under. Take your right knee, glide it up and out. Slide it under. Now, if I just let myself rock and lift my leg, this does not work for me. But keeping my pelvis steady and keeping even weight in my elbows, ooh, that's different. Go the pace you need to keep it smooth. No rotating. 1 more to the other side, even yourself out. And now it's going to go into a circular shape. So we go up and back, feel the glute. Now open your knee up to the side, circle it around and back. Take that knee up behind you, open it to the side, around and back. Take it behind you, open to the side. It's like dog at the fire hydrant, back around. And I'm still trying to keep my pelvis level. So we're not twisting when we do doggy at the fire hydrant. Oh, which is what makes it so hard. And here we go. 1 more time, back and around we come. Now take 1 leg back behind you. And we're gonna pulse up using the fanny. Reach, reach, it's my butt, just doing a squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Then take that knee out to the side. Try to keep your pelvis level. So I have a lot more weight in one elbow here. Close, open, close, open, close, open. 1 more, close, open. Shoot that leg straight behind you. Now reach it across, take a peek at it, and then bring yourself back to hydrant. Take a peek at your knee. Reach behind, look at it. Bring it to hydrant, take a look. Behind, and pull it in. Behind, and pull it in. 1 more, behind, and pull it in, and come back to square. Feel free to come back on your hands and sit into that hip for a little stretch. Wowzers. I hope you were getting that same vibration I was. I'm going to turn the other way just so you can see my leg moving. You can sense what I than if you just let yourself rock, much easier than holding for stability. Okay, so let's do the second side, shall we? Onto those elbows, press the hands together. And again, just kind of take a little check-in here with where you're at. Try to get into your upper body, let it work. All right, here we go. We're going to start in those shakety shake parts again. So you're going to take a leg up and bring it down. Take it up and bring it down. So we're alternating, and our goal is to not spill our cup of tea sitting on our backside by our buns. So just going back and forth, 3, 2, and 1. Now I'm getting onto the leg. I did not do this with last time. I'm going up and out and around, and then up and out and around, and up, out, and around, up, out, and around. I'm going to stay on this side, go into the fire hydrant, close, and open, close, open. Start noticing how you have much more weight into one elbow here. Keep that leg lifted. Now go behind, take a peek. Hydrant, look at your knee. Reach behind, take a peek. Hydrant, look at the knee. Last 3, 2, last 1, and done. Ooh, we'll sit back into the hips. You can do that with your wide knees if you'd like. Stretch those arms out. Let's do a little release for the shoulders. So reach one arm underneath. You can put as much or as little pressure into that. And draw that arm out. I just left a puddle from my forehead on the mat. Dive in that other arm underneath. And then drawing it back out. Wonderful. Come onto your hands and knees. And quite simply, just look at the inside of the elbow. Let them face each other, then forward. Each other, forward. Each other, forward. Each other, forward. Hands stay in place. That twisting is coming from the forearms. Last 3, 2, and 1. Let them face one another. Hold right there. Let yourself rock side to side. And then start lifting the knee you're not rocking your weight on. Start letting that leg come higher and higher. So now we're going back into the hydrant. Just adding rotation. So look at that knee. Look at that knee. So creating different shapes in the spine. One more each way. Last one. And come to center. Very good. Take your right arm, creep those fingers out, extend it. Take your left leg behind. Stay square to the floor. Draw them back in, try not to rock. Oh, that's so hard. Hand goes out, opposite leg goes out. Doing our best not to rock, pull them in. Hand goes forward, leg goes out. And don't rock, bring them in. Hand goes out, leg goes out. Don't rock, bring them in. Tuck your toes under behind you. Lift your knees to a hover. And pike your rear end up. Rock one knee, then the other. Just give yourself that little stretch through the back of the legs. reaching your chest towards your thighs by pushing your hands into your mat. Bend your knees and jump forward and come to standing. Let's bring our cameras upward unless yours is good where it's at. But I need to bring mine up for y'all. Get all my spacers here to get you guys nice and tall. What do I got going? Oh, I see. Oh, hello. Okay, we're good. I'll move back. No rain here yet, folks, just so y'all know. All right. Make sure you're not going to get all of it, I don't think, but that's okay. All right, so when you come up to your standing position, keep your weight handy. We'll add that in a moment. So you're going to go wide legs, and we're going to go slightly turned up. And I just say slightly because I don't want you to go haywire and go bananas from the ankles and then your poor knees are hurting. So a little bit of reaching your toes out. Take your arms with you. So fingertips and toes are reaching to the same place. We're going to lower down and then press through our heels to come up. I want you to distinctly feel the inner leg line here. So lower down, press through the heels, inner thighs, draw you up. Mine are just shaking. Down, slow-mo up, push through the heels, push through the heels, push through the heels, shaking. Lower down, press through the heels, coming up, 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 up. And down we go. Stay low this time. Peel one heel up and put it back down. Peel the other heel up, put it back down. Peel one heel up and put it back down. And then the other heel up. Now go for two if you can. Pick them both up and down, up and down. Add an arm. Both heels go up. One arm goes up. Both heels go up. The other arm goes up. Good. Alternate. If you need to go one heel only, no problem. Then do one heel opposite of the arm you're lifting. Reach. Good. Reach. Reach. And reach. Both heels up if you're able. Hands to your thighs. My heels are still lifted. Get really long from the tail to the crown of the head. Lower the heels, lift them up. Lower, lift. I'm envisioning my whole trunk is just square to the floor like I'm a tabletop. Lift, lower, lift, lower. Two more. Lift, lower. Last one. Lift, lower. Lift that chest back up. Stay low though. Oh, your thighs. Press, lower, back to pushing into the heels. Pushing into the heels. Try not to overdo it with your booty. Get into your heels. Feel the inner thighs. Go low one more time. Hands to the thighs. Lengthen out your spine. Lift the heels up. Set them down. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Two more. Up, down. Last one, keep them up. Stretch your arms out in front of you. 3, 2, 1. Rise up, set the heels down. Ooh, shake your legs out. Did you feel that? I think that's a yes. Go for some hip stirs. So you're stirring the hip. Very nice. Excellent. Now I want you to stand nice and wide again. And I don't have my toes turned out. So my toes are headed forward just like my arms would be here. Okay. All right. So we're going to pull each other. So lock hands with somebody. You can have me. I've got my pick here. Okay. Grab my hands. And you're going to pull me. You can think I pull you. So forward we go. Keep reaching, keep reaching. My tailbone is reaching back. I do not lock my knees, so I feel a really long stretch through my hamstrings. And I'm gonna open my arms wide towards my tail, then open my arms wide back in front of me. Going wide, reaching back to my tail. My palms are up here. And then I go wide and my palms are down. Go wide, palms turn up. Go wide. Good. So just rotating through those hands. One more. Stay forward. We are holding each other. And I want you to rock forward and back, like I pull you and you pull me. Feel the weight shift from the balls of your feet to your heels. 3, 2, last one, and then fold at the hips. Walk your hands over to one leg. Keep that tailbone reaching to the sky, please. Let your neck go. Walk yourself over to the other leg. Coming back to the middle. Scoop up those low abs and round your way back to the top. Good, let's go arms out. Just stand where you're most comfortable with your feet. We're going to go into a couple windmills here. All right. From here, we're going to end up going into full body. So I'm going to keep the camera where it's at. So we'll kind of go from some standing positions into planks, etc. We're going to work on a bit of extension. One more. And then bring those arms down, shake them out. I think you're great where you all are. I'm going to point this down just a little bit so that when I end up all the way down, you don't lose it completely. I'll just lose a little bit of the crown of my head for a moment. All right, here we go. Come to face your mat. Inhale, arms up and overhead. Watch out above. Exhale, roll or hinge. Take the spine downward. Very good. Walk your hands out to plank. You can always come to your knees for a moment if you need to. So here you are in your plank position. Tap your knees, pick them up. Tap your knees, pick them up. 2 more. Tap, pick them up. Last one. Tap, pick them up. Hike your hips up. Walk your hands to your feet. And come to standing. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, dive down. Walk your hands to plank. When you get out there this time, step your feet together. Now you're going to bend your knees towards one side of your mat. Pick them up to the middle. Bend to the other side. Pick them up. Bend. Pick them up. Bend. Pick them up. Bend. Pick them up. One more. Pick them up. Hike up. Walk your hands to your feet. Let your hips sway. And all the way up we come. Little change here. I would like you to try to cross your right leg over your left. And if you decide to omit this, you're just going to go back to standing in parallel, but don't stop before you've even started trying. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, roll down. So this in itself feels very different. All right, so I want us to walk out to plank, and what's going to happen is our left ankle in the back is just going to wrap around the right. So you're only going to be on your right foot. You're going to walk out. I'm only on my right foot. My left ankle has wrapped behind me. Bend, straighten, bend, straighten, bend, straighten. One more, straighten. Pick up that back leg. Put it down. Pick it up. Put it down. 2 more. Pick it up. Put it down. Pick it up. Put it down. Walk your hands back to your foot. See if you can stay in that crisscross position. It's hard. And then come all the way up. Switch sides. Left leg's crossed over the right. Woo! Some of you leaving for work are going to need a shower today. Arms up. Roll down over hinge. Oh, Nelly, this side's tighter. Look, I can't even get as far. All right, walk your way out. See if you can stay on the left. Cross the right ankle over. Bend, straighten. Tap that left knee. Pick it up. Tap, pick it up. Tap, pick it up. Right leg up. Cross, up, cross, up, cross. Last one, up, cross. Walk those hands back. See if you can get back to that standing cross-legged position. And roll your way. Shoulders roll back. Mercy. All right, come to parallel. Woo, feels like a snack. Arms up. Rolling or hinging down. No. Shake your head. No. I don't want to do any more of those. And then we're going to walk out to our last plank, everybody. Find it. Hold it. Now, if you have to drop your knees, go ahead and do so. Otherwise, don't. Nice and slow. Can you control yourself down? I hope that went awesome. All right, hands here. We're going to press up and do extension. You can keep your eyes and chest reaching straight ahead and lowering down and pressing up. Not only lifting the head and the chest, but of course reaching them forward in your row. See if you can get a half inch closer to the wall in front of you with your collarbones. And lowering down. One more time, press up into that extension for me. Get that chest reaching, so stretch that chest forward. And as it stretches forward, now just turn and look over your right shoulder. And then turn and look over your left shoulder. So give yourself a couple more side to side and feel your eyes move into the very far corner of the eye socket. So be mindful that you're not moving just the head and the eyes are in the middle. Can you get the eyes all the way over into those corners? Please. Move the eyes. You might actually, feel the fatigue kind of set in. Those are muscles moving those eyes around. If those are rigid and tight, guess what? So is your spine. They work together. Get into those corners. Allow yourself to feel the fatigue, knowing that's normal. Very good. Last one, side to side. And then lower all the way down. Excellent. All right, so go ahead and roll over onto your back side. We're going to go into both hands behind the head. Letting that chest float up, so creating that small, as we call mini sit-up, because we know it's about the quality of work we're doing in our upper abs, not just how high we've lifted. So in this position now, take your right leg to tabletop, and then your left. Good, and from this spot now, we're going to take the legs out, down, slide your heels lightly on the mat, back to tabletop. It's like you're moving like a wheel. Going out, down, slide. Good, so finding this crank here. If you need to imprint your low back and keep it there glued onto your blueberry, then please do. We're gonna go the other way, get light on the mat, slide the legs out, up, bend to tabletop. Lightly lower, slide out, pick them up, bend to tabletop. Down, lightly, slide them out, pick them up, back to tabletop. Last one, slide them down, and out. Pick them up. And now lower the legs to the mat. Reach those arms out overhead, getting a nice stretch into those abs. Let's just open those arms out, palms to the sky. Do you feel like me? I feel like I'm on a vibrating belt here or something. Whew. So let's breathe right into our tummies to begin with. So you're going to inhale, fill your belly up with air. Exhale, let it go with some force. Inhale, filling the belly. And exhale. One more. Inhale, fill the belly. And exhale. Now as we kind of come to a calmer spot, again, notice any spots that you're maybe holding tight as if you're just assuming a position. And try to let that go, whether you need to pick up your arms, flap them around a little bit, and then flop them down, shake the legs. I will say where I'm just personally noticing it right now is in my head, like I'm trying to be really straight. So for me, giving a little rock side to side, and then letting my neck just settle in where it would like to. So while finding all those little spots that need to wiggle and move, and then coming to a place that you feel content to stay. So with our eyes closed, as we're just continuing to breathe, I want you to think of just your bodily connection, not just to the surface you're on, but beyond the walls that you're in. And feel as though, right, whether you can take the approach of that it's energy, that it's light, beams of light, or you have to think you're Spider-Man shooting your webs out, but I want you to think of that extension that would move out the palms of your hands and reach far beyond the walls of your space or your yard. And then feel that same from your feet. Could you maybe just imagine that there's bright, shining light coming from the bottoms of your feet and that it just shines as far as you can imagine. And then find that connection to the crown of your head and let that beam of light just shine in that direction as far as you can imagine. Pick some landmarks that you know are in that direction. And as all 5 beams of light are stretching you far beyond your walls, let your body just feel like it can settle in. With each exhale, can you feel your body become heavier? Can you relax your feet and hands? Soften the legs and arms. Take a big inhale into the stomach, and on your exhale, feel your spine just sink towards your mat. Let the weight of your head feel heavy to your mat. Let your eyes feel like they're sinking back in the sockets. Like your eyeballs themselves just got very heavy. Continue to inhale through the nose and out the mouth in a way that feels best to you. When you're ready, let one leg bend. You're just pushing to that foot and roll yourself to your side. Again, letting your body just feel heavy, a sense of surrender in this position. Could you let your mind just drift for a moment to find a word that speaks to you today? And if you ever struggle to find one, I sometimes think of clouds moving overhead. And then it always seems that eventually one of the clouds becomes a word. So if it's not specifically a word, just picture the sky, just letting yourself stay open. You can slowly come up when you're ready. I hope to see all of you in September. Have an awesome day.